Becky. My channel's What Beck Sews. Welcome back if you're a subscriber, and welcome if you're new. I hope you're well, I hope you're happy, and I hope you've all had plenty of time to sew. Today is Friday, which means I am doing a Friday sews for you. Now, it feels like forever since I filmed a Friday sews. Although you had one come out last week, it was very much about my trip to the Froctails Weekender, which was amazing. And I know you're all patiently waiting for a makes video from me to share those makes. And I think I've just about recovered from doing the Froctails Weekender. So this weekend, I'm hoping that I will get that up and filmed for you for Sunday, or that's the intention. But I do have some things to share with you today. I didn't think I'd have that much. I am going to talk to you in a little while about Frocktails. It's 4 weeks until Frocktails, and I need to make a dress for it, and I've been having a think about what it is I want to make. I've got 2 different options, and I've also got some fabric options. And I think what I'm going to do this week is, with my Friday sews, pop a community post up where I give you guys the decision on the dress that I should make, which is just scary, handing that over to you. And then I also think I'm going to, next week, give you the decision, because that'll give me a week to start getting the pattern cut out, or maybe just ask you to give your preference in the comments on the fabric, because I might find some time to cut out fabric over the weekend. But yeah, 4 weeks to make that. So we'll go through that in a bit. But what I want to go through first is, over the last 2 weeks since you've seen me, I've had a couple of bits come through the post. I know I did a massive fabric haul kind of from what I got when I was in Froctails last week. But yes, I have got more fabric, but that's to do with my subscription boxes. And then today, I've also had a lovely gift through the post from Claire, who is Stitch Hem Sew here on YouTube and over on Instagram. So Claire is, I've spent a bit of time with her now over the last couple of years, and Froctails being the first place that I met her and had the opportunity to do that last year. And she's just becoming the most wonderful friend. She's so lovely. And I asked her if she could do me a favour to help me out with something on Jazz and Wow, which she's done and she sent me, and I'm not going to share that with you. But she sent me a couple of other things, just that the thing that I'd asked her to send me, she sent me that wrapped up in this. So first of all, she has popped me over, and I was very jealous because everybody else seemed to have one of these at the sewing retreat, and this is one of her little pouches that she makes, and I just love these. And this is going to go into my sewing toolkit because I'm just now very happy that I have one of these to add. So I think this is one of Adam Sew's patterns, and then that's the inside of it as well. It's just very, very pretty, and it's so nice to have something that a friend has made for me. I'm very lucky. I've got quite a few things that friends have made for me these days. And then she popped in a card that, again, she'd made for me, and I want to frame this because it's beautiful. I love butterflies. Now, her card just sort of reads that, you know, she made this a while ago and she thought it had to be homed with me. She thanked me for a couple of bits that I gave her when we were away on the retreat. And then I have sent her something in the post as well that hopefully she'll like. But that's something completely different and something I just wanted to send her. So what she has done is she has sent me this. This is a cross stitch of a little butterfly. Now, if you've been following me for a while, guys, you'll know how much I love butterflies. And I just think this is one of the most thoughtful cards I've ever received, because it's handmade. She's stitched it, and it's just my favorite thing. So I'm going to get this framed, and this is going to go up in here somewhere because I just think it's beautiful. So thank you so much for sending that over, Claire. I really appreciate it. So let's talk about the other things that have come through the post this week. I've had, well, this week and last, I've had 2 subscription boxes come through. One which is one that I subscribe to and have been subscribing to for quite a while. It's the Beyond the Pink Door Think Pink box. I'm quite a fan of this box. I really do like Andrea's choice in fabrics. There aren't many that she sends that I dislike. So in the box, if you've watched the lovely Rowan, she's already done an unboxing. I'm not going to do a full unboxing. We got lots of these things here which I didn't know what they were until I watched Rowan's vlog, and she kindly found them, but they're to do with threads and holding your bobbins and stuff like that. So I thought that was quite a nice little thing. You can never have too many of them. There was some chocolate in there. I'm not going to eat that chocolate. I'll pass that on to somebody else. But the fabric is gorgeous. Now, it's a Ponte Roma, but it's a lightweight Ponte Roma. And it's just beautiful. It's pink. Now, I think it's pink and green, but it's also got a turquoise base to it. I don't know how to describe it, but that is the colour of it. Now, they're not quite what I would say is in my colour palette, but it's definitely something I can get away with wearing. And I'm thinking it would make a gorgeous Helen's Closet blackwood cardigan, just as a simple make, nice and warm as a layering piece. And because those colours are fairly spring-like, it would be a nice layering piece as we come into some warmer weather. So that's what my thoughts are on that one. So I've kept that there nicely to share with you. The second subscription box that I've got to share with you is the one that is brand new to me. So the lovely Jenny, who is so confident, up in Scotland, she has started a new subscription service. Box comes out at the beginning of every month, and you get a pattern, you get a fabric, and you get some notions, all the sort of normal stuff that you expect to get in a subscription box, but you do get the pattern with it as well, and I think that's always a nice thing. Now, I'm quite impressed with this box as first boxes go, and we all know that I can be a bit funny about subscription boxes because I do have certain tastes, so I'm quite delighted to see that I like this one. Now, we got our pattern printed, which is here, and we will have access to the PDF of the pattern so we can reprint it. You also get a little card, which is somewhere over there, that gives you a QR code that takes you straight onto the hub. Now, on that, you've got a little bit of information about the fabric that you've actually got, and it gives you some pointers on how to wash the fabric, etc., which I think is really good. You also get, and it doesn't go on for a couple of days because they don't want to spoil the surprise until everybody's received their boxes, you get a copy of the instructions and you get the visuals of the pattern that you've got. So you can see what pattern you've got from the actual writing on the pattern paper, but what you can't see is what the pattern is, what it looks like when you first get it until everybody's received it. So it went up, I think, about 3 days after I got the box, which is absolutely fine. I had a few people message me about it, and it's great because then you can see the sizing charts, you can see everything you need, and you can start prepping the fabric ready to make up. Now, this is what I would class as a perfect pairing with the pattern that she sent out. The pattern is hers. So the pattern that we received in this box is the sea foam shacket, which I'll pop in a picture here. Now, I think I'm going to make this with this fabric that she has sent me. I think they are just a perfect pairing, and I think it'll make a really nice addition to my wardrobe. So the nice thing and the unique thing about this box is you get the sew along as well. So she does a live sew along on, I think it's the last Thursday of every month, which gives you time to wash all your fabrics and get everything ready and cut out to go and do the sew along. It's a 2-hour sew along on a Thursday evening, but it's recorded, so if you can't make that particular session with everybody else, you can just go back and watch it on the hub, which is really helpful. And then you've also got it there to refer back to if you want to make this again. Now, it looks like a lovely straightforward pattern from the instructions because I have now downloaded those and read through them. We also got this little patch too. So this is a Bondaweb, and it's like a transferable patch of a star, so aimed to go onto denim, but you could use this on the needle cord that's been sent out to us as well. So this is what we've been sent. Now, I quite like a bright bold fabric, but actually I do like a navy as well, and navy is very much in my colour palette. It's one that very much suits me, and I think this is a good neutral for a first one to send out, particularly because, you know, most people are going to like this and want to make this up. I know it's probably coming up quite black on screen, but it's definitely navy. It's quite a wide wale, and there's enough there to make up the pattern. So I'm really happy with that, and I don't have anything like this in my actual current stash, which is really nice as well. We also get some hardware too to go with it. So these are some heavy duty snaps. I've never used snaps before, so I'm quite excited. And it gives you some information about the prim tool that you can buy on that little leaflet that you get a connection through. So I thought that was quite good as well. So yeah, I am really, really happy with this. We also had one of Jenny's little So Confident labels, which is this lovely love heart, which is really nice. I've got one of these already, but I think that's just a nice little touch. And then we have some interfacing. Is that interfacing? It is interfacing, I think. Yep, black interfacing to go. I think it's interfacing. Could be wrong. Could just be like a tiny piece of fabric, but I think that's interfacing. And then we did have a little piece of fabric as well to go with it, which I just thought was really nice. I think that's 1/2 meter there. So yeah, I think the box is really good value for money. I'm really pleased with my first box. So let's see what next month brings. But hopefully this will go into my sort of makes for the coming month. So that is the So Confident subscription box. So I've had 2 of those through. I'm carefully collating more fabric in here. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the fabric that I've got because I just have so much at the moment. So I'm going to try not to buy any for a little while. I've seen a few sales go up or a few remnant sales go up. I've gone on and I've had a look, and then I've very carefully come away from it, put things in the basket and then come away from it, which I think is quite good. It's a good way of doing it, and I have resisted the urge to buy. The only fabric that I have purchased, which should be delivered later today, is my Sewing Social prize for the end of this month. So let's talk about the Froctails dress. So we've got 4 weeks until Frocktails, which is in Plymouth. I still think they've got a few tickets left. There's not too many, being run by Make 140 and the lovely Angela from Devon Threadtails. I cannot wait to see her again. It feels like ages since I last saw her, even though it was only November. So I'm really, really looking forward to seeing her again. I'm looking forward to spending a weekend in March in Plymouth with, of course, the lovely Adele and other friends too. Get to see Katie again. It's just going to be a fabulous time. I've got, so I think some of my ladies from My Sewing Social are also going to Plymouth Frocktails, which will be brilliant because it just means there's just going to be so many more people there that I get to spend time with. But I need to make a dress, guys. Now, I do have the dress that I wore from Scottish Frocktails. And one of the things that I love about that particular dress is that I've made use of it and I've worn it several times since, and it wasn't just made for the event. So I've thought about 2 particular patterns that I think could also be integrated into the day-to-day of my wardrobe in some way or another, whether it's just a date night or whether it's a evening out for a meal with friends, or whether it's something that I can wear a little bit more casually, or something that can then integrate itself into my work wardrobe, because I do find some of the elegant things that I make can integrate itself into my work wardrobe as well. So the 2 patterns that I've come up with is the first one is the Puff and Pencil square neck dress. Now, I bought this pattern a little while ago after seeing one on Instagram that was made in red. I think it was Georgie from Hey So Sister who had made it, and she just looked amazing in it, and it's definitely my cup of tea as dresses goes. So the 2 dresses I've chosen have got some similarities to it. This particular dress is sheared back, comes in just under the bust line, and then I have gone for the puff sleeve version, long sleeve version, because it's March and it's Plymouth. It's going to be cool, it's by the sea, it's going to be quite cold. We're not anywhere near, we won't see spring-like weather. We might get a bit of sunshine, but we definitely won't get warmth. So I do want to wear something that I'm going to be warm in, and then that makes it versatile throughout the year to wear in autumn months, which is why I've gone for the long sleeve version. So hopefully I've popped some images in here so you can see what that one looks like. Now, the advantages of this one is because I've been losing weight, this one will continue. Sorry, I've just spotted that fall out from my Calax unit. This one will continue to fit me with the shearing because there'll be room for movement in it. So if I do continue to lose a bit of weight, it will still become wearable. But the second pattern that I've got is definitely a more fitted pattern. I can probably get away with losing a bit of weight in it, but it's not deterring me from wanting to make it because I really, really like this. And I think, do you know what? If I do lose weight and I don't fit into it anymore, that's fine. It can go to another home. I will find a great home for it, but I feel like it's one that I would love my figure in. So this is the True Bias Lora dress. I think this is gorgeous. This has a button down front to it. Again, comes in just under the bust line, so it really accentuates that waist. Now the thing with both of these dresses, it accentuates that waist. Again, I would go for the puff long sleeved version of this. So the dresses have got similarities to them. One is definitely more fitted than the other. One would give me an option to use Jazz and Wow buttons on it, and both of them are moderate makes, I think, for timing. So I think they're both good choices. So hopefully I've popped some pictures in of the second dress. Now let's talk about fabrics, because I've got a few fabrics here that I could potentially use. So I will pop the dresses up for vote on the community for you to choose which dress you think I should make for Frocktails. And let me show you some of the fabric ideas that I've got. If you could let me know your fabric preferences, and I'll go A, B, C and D with these, that would be absolutely great. So let's go for fabric A, shall we? Fabric A is a fabric godmother fabric. It's one that has been very popular recently, and it's a viscose twill, and it's got this kind of celestial feel to it with the clouds, the moons. I think this is a fun fabric. Again, I think it gives that dressy but casual element, which means that the fabric will make sure that the dress, either style dress, this could work for either style dress, and it could still go in my wardrobe for the duration of the year for whatever event I choose to keep it for. I know that I could probably wear this to work in either one of those dresses, but equally I would keep this for date night and friends, if that makes sense. So yeah, I think that's definitely an option for there. So that's fabric number A. Fabric letter A, as a choice of fabric to one of those dresses. Second fabric that I've got, so this is fabric B. This has been washed recently. This, again, very similar, black background, paisley, got the purples and pinks in it, very similar to the other one, not in design, but it's very loud and busy fabric. Again, this gives kind of like a boho chic kind of feel. I got this viscose from Fabricland. It would definitely probably lend itself more to a spring because it's definitely lighter weight fabric, but because of the black background, it's definitely one that I could layer either dress up with as well. But I think that's beautiful. It was a fairly inexpensive fabric, and I've got 4 meters of it anyway, so I'll have some of this left to be able to reuse as well. So that is fabric B. And then my last 2 fabrics are now cottons, well, cottons of sorts. So the first one that I've got, this is fabric C. This is a cotton lawn. This is a beautiful pink paisley cotton lawn. And again, it will lend itself really well to both dresses, and making sure that this becomes a universal piece in my wardrobe. So that's fabric C. So again, pinks and purples, bit more structure there to this, but it's a gorgeous cotton lawn fabric with that paisley all over it. I'm hoping that's coming up as well on screen as it is in person, because I think that's quite stunning. And the final fabric, fabric D, is a Liberty fabric. Now, I haven't used this yet. It's a Tana lawn. I've got 3 meters of this fabric. I've had it in my stash for over a year, and I just feel like I need to use it. Again, purples and pinks and a black base background. But I think this is stunning, and I really think this would suit either dress as well. And I have to say, out of all 3 of these, this is probably the one that I would lean towards. But I want to hear your input. This is the fabric here. It's got that kind of meadow effect to it. I can't remember what the name is for this, but I have got 3 meters, and I bought this from the Little World of Fabric shop in Birmingham. So I got it at a discounted rate, but it still cost me 65 quid for this particular fabric. But for a Liberty Tana lawn, I think that's quite good. And I just think that it lends itself really well to those dresses, because it's still relatively lightweight but would work, and it would also be a little bit warmer because it's that cotton type fabric. So that is the fabrics and the dress choices. So just to recap on that, fabric A is this Fabric Godmother viscose twill. Fabric B is this viscose fabric from Fabricland. Fabric C is this Paisley Cotton Lawn fabric in pink with reds and purples and what have you on it. And then fabric D is the Liberty fabric in this Tana Lawn Liberty fabric, which has this meadow-like appeal to it. So let me know what you think is the best fabric, and then please pop over to my community post and vote for which dress you think would be better suited for Frocktails. I cannot wait to see what the results are, and I will share this next week and I will share my progress. I think that's everything from me this week. I hope that you all have a fantastic week, get plenty of time to sew, and I'll catch you on Sunday for my most recent makes video. Take care. Bye.